Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we'll be starting a brand new project. So yes, we have a brand new project. It is a 2006 Vauxhall Vectra 1.9 diesel, but it's the 150 brake horsepower SRI, which was the sought after version, obviously when these were new. Obviously this one's got a few issues. First of all, the battery's not keeping its charge, and I believe it's the alternator. I've tested it with a cheap multimeter, and I think I'm only getting about 13.7 volts, whereas a decent alternator should be charged at about 14 upwards. So hopefully, I bought this second-hand alternator, hopefully this will do the job. This one's really, really easy to replace, but the biggest problem on this car, unfortunately, is the dreaded swirl flaps. Now here's the bar which should open up the swirl flaps inside the intake manifold, and well, it's here, not on the car. So it looks as though somebody's already done one previously, because it used to have plastic clips and these have got brass ones which sit on top of the swirl flaps themselves. So the only option I've really got now going forward is to delete the swirl flaps completely. So I've already bought a kit. And it's got these little bungs where once I get the intake manifold out, I put these in place of the swirl flaps, so I chisel them all out. The only one I do leave in place is the one that's got the motor, so that the ECU thinks that everything's all still hunky-dory and that they're still working. So first of all, it's the major, and I mean major, job of trying to take the intake manifold off. Unfortunately with these cars, in their wisdom, they decided to bolt the intake manifold, and it all comes into play with the fuel pump and everything that's belt driven, or in this case chain driven. So it's quite a big job to try and get the intake manifold off. So today, that is what I'm going to be spending most of my time on. Right, so just so you can see what I was talking about earlier, the intake manifold is here, just this tiny little tubular thing there. And down here, let me just try and find it on the camera, just in behind that glow plug there, let me move that wire out of the way. You can see that there. That is a swirl flap. So inside the manifold, there's these little flaps that open and close. It's all to do with emissions and fuel economy. However, there should be a bar that runs across there and goes to all four. However, you get to number 2 or number 3, whichever way you look at it, and that one is completely covered in gunk. You can't quite see it there. There, look, just there, you can see it's completely covered in gunk, it's still wet, and that is completely sea solid. And I'm pretty sure that that's the one that's powered by the motor. So the car's gonna realise that there's a problem because that one's not moving. The other 3, unfortunately, are all still moving freely, but they're just gonna keep getting moved from open and closed by themselves when it gets a vacuum in the engine and when you floor it. So, like I say, the best way is to try and remove this this intake manifold and chisel them out, and whilst I'm at it, I'm going to completely decarbon the intake manifold. As you can see, it all looks a little bit greasy, a little bit oily, which you'd expect from a diesel. It's on 135,000 miles, so it's not horrendous. I've also got an EGR blanking plate, which I will install at the same time, so hopefully that will then keep the engine nice and clean. But first, let's try and get this intake manifold off. Right, so all that was literally just to get rid of this loom that was sitting over the top and sitting over the intake manifold. So hopefully that's now plenty of room for me to be able to remove the inlet manifold when it comes to it without any of the wires being in the way. The next step, I believe, is to remove the fuel lines from that, and then there's a couple of other pipes and bits and pieces here which I need to remove before I can get access to the inlet manifold. Then, unfortunately, what I'm going to have to do is take the timing chain cover off, because I'm going to have to lock the cam gear for the pump, because I'm going to have to try and remove the fuel pump from the back here, otherwise you cannot get the inlet manifold off. Right, so I've just got one more fuel line to undo here, which by the looks of things is the main one from the fuel pump, which is there, and it goes to the main fuel rail. So I've just got that to do. I've removed the vacuum lines that ran across, around a coolant line, removed a coolant line that ran across there. I've also removed this, which was just sitting on the intake manifold. That's something to do with the fuel. I think that might be a fuel, well, do you know what, I have no idea. But having a look down there, and I can't see a reason why I wouldn't be able to remove the inlet manifold without having to remove the fuel pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a go. I just need to remove this emissions crap from off the side of the engine here, because it's blocking two of the bolts for the inlet manifold. And then I'm going to try and take it off without removing the fuel pump. I mean, everyone that I've spoke to said you have to take the fuel pump off, so there must be a reason, unless it's just purely easier. I don't know. We'll have a go first and then we'll go from there. So yeah, first I'm going to remove this fuel line here, and then I'm going to remove this exhaust gas something out of the way, and then I'm going to try and get this off. So wish me luck. Least amount of fun I've ever had on a car. I've had to remove all this bracketry that's got this emissions crap all bolted to it, just so that I could get to the bolts. I've undone every single bolt I could see, and my previous statement of me not having to remove the fuel pump is a lie, because there is, I don't know if I'll be able to see it on the camera, but there is, anyway, trust me, there's a bolt literally right at the back here. So my next step is to remove the fuel pump. So what I'm going to do is take off the timing cover, and then the gear I can lock off with 2 bolts, and then remove the fuel pump from the back, so I can just get that, pull it off. So we're nearly there, and it's been an absolute nightmare. Right, so I've moved this out of the way, and I've now locked the fuel pump off. If you move it round, there is a couple of screw threads you can just see through there, and there's 2 dedicated holes on the actual cam gear itself, which you can then screw that on, and now that is going to be locked off, so I can get that big bolt off, which will then allow me to get the fuel pump off without removing the timing belt and anything like that. So now let's try and get that bolt off, and we will try and remove the fuel pump. So we are finally there. The intake manifold has now been removed. One absolute nightmare. I never ever want to do one of these ever again. Right, so as you can see, these squarer ones are the swirl flaps, and there is the main one here, which is number 3, which was C-solid. I've just cracked it open, funny enough. And then you've got the other 3. Now, I don't know if you can, how well you can see inside here, but they are absolutely filled with crap and sludge. Absolutely disgusting. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to break this apart, and I'm going to give it a complete scrub. I'm then going to break off these swirl flaps here. I'm going to put the bungs in. Got to leave this one in place so the car thinks everything's all fine, and then I can put it all back together. I have got a new gasket, so I'm going to give everything a good clean. I'm going to give the engine bay a quick clean as well, because it's disgusting in there. And then, once that's all back together, and this is all clean, bolt it all back on. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this episode. We've got a load of progress done with the inlet manifold now been removed. I can now start to break it apart, give it a really good clean, fit the EGR delete, fit the bungs, and then we can start putting it back together. So thank you very much for watching. Join me in the next one.